Good morning, everybody. Park Rat Pat here with Mr. Outhouse himself. I'm filling in for Swifty today. He's a man of action. He's got stuff going on, and I'm happy to be filling in for him. This is going to be a fun show, so I hope y'all are ready for that. I'm trying to watch also on YouTube to make sure things are starting out good, and I'll keep track of the comments. Just so you know, we do have giveaways going on today, at least 3. And all you've got to do is comment. No special hashtags or anything like that. We've got some other people in the studio with us. We've got Mr. Mark from Ram Detecting joining us today because I'm sure he's got some good questions for our guest of honor, the boom, Mr. Shane, the blind treasure hunter. So he'll be in the spotlight today. Before we get to that, though, we want to do a shout out for a new channel called Oh, where's my banner thing? There we go. Wow, I'm losing track of it. There we are. Hillbilly Scavenger. Okay, he's actually in the studio right now with Mr. Outhouse. He's just started his YouTube channel. Got a couple of decent shorts up. He's found some killer stuff already. Okay, he's only at 10 subscribers right now, but I'm sure by the end of this show and with good word of mouth, we can start building those numbers up. So everybody head on over to YouTube after this and subscribe to Hillbilly Scavenger. Maybe I can get one of the guys to find his link and post that in the comments. That would be killer. And get over to my commentations here so I can start saying hello to everybody. Darby's Down Home Detecting, Craig Bates, Papa Rouse Bill, good to see you here. Bad Idea Lab. Awesome. The Asylum with Mark Miller has joined us. And just so you know, simply by commenting, you are added into today's giveaway. And there's our starting comment from Mr. Swifty. And look at that. Only 2 minutes into the show, and I'm all caught up. Now, if Rob from FL Thunder could move that quick, his show would be astounding. No offense against Rob, though. He puts on a great show on Sunday mornings. Everybody enjoys being a part of that. Whew. Okay, now I can take a breath. So, we've got our special guest today, Mr. Shane Kubat from The Blind Treasure Hunter is his YouTube channel. If you don't know him, go check him out. And you will definitely have fun watching his adventures. You do shorts as well, don't you, Shane?
Yes.
Awesome. I need to get into that more myself, but with so many things going on. Hey, Buddy Biggs, AATH. All right, he's here. I don't know what that means. Lyle Okamoto. How you doing, Lyle? And Dirt Digging with outhouseotis has posted the link for the... Dang, of course, I did that wrong. For Hillbilly Scavenger, let me see if we can pin that. Nope. No, it's not letting me pin that one. Or else I would put it up at the top of the screen for you. So, as our guest of honor today, Shane, you get to be in the hot seat.
Oh, boy.
And get all the wonderful questions from us up here on the panel and anybody else out there in YouTube land that happens to be watching. Now, we know you're blind. We know you've been treasure hunting a long, long time. What exactly, how old were you when you first got into detecting?
Oh, I was 18 or 19 years old when I first started detecting back in 1996.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. It's been a few wake-ups, that's for sure.
Yeah. And
And
I got my first detector at Radio Shack. I think I paid $200 for it, and back then, you couldn't go online and buy detectors, or it was hard to do research. We had to buy through catalogs, so I just ended up going to Radio Shack and getting one.
And I don't
And
think they even had pinpointers back then, did they?
nope, there was no pinpointers back then, so metal detecting was a little tougher. Took a little
Yeah,
more work.
that would drive me absolutely insane. If I didn't have my pinpointer, I would be lost.
Yep, it was a lot of rechecking the hole, waving clumps of dirt over the coil.
Mm,
Holes were a little messier back then.
oh yeah, I'm sure of that. How many detectors over the years do you think you've gone through?
So I got the Radio Shack in the 90s, and then around 2000 or 2001, I bought a White's DFX, and that I got my first pinpointer, and it was a White's Bullseye. It was a pretty basic pinpointer back then, and that was a big game changer when it came to metal detecting.
Mm-hmm.
So I started losing my eyesight pretty good around 2010. So then I really couldn't use the White's DFX anymore because you had to see the screen to use it. And so in 2012, I found the Garrett AT Pro, and I've been using that ever since. But I did buy a bliss tool somewhere, probably about 2015. It's called the bliss tool V5, the Beast.
Mm.
And it's a pretty basic, it's a one-tone machine, no screen on it. It's all potentiometers and toggle switches. So it's a lot of adjusting. It's a tough
Mm-hmm.
machine to use.
And without eyesight, that's got to be even tougher.
Uh, that's one of the reasons I bought it, because it was toggle switches, and I just memorized how to adjust everything.
Good
Well, Shane,
thinking.
I see when you pinpoint, you use a golf tee. How did you learn that trick?
I started doing that when I had the whites, when my eyesight started going. So before that, I would just, when I pinpoint, I would just look at a spot, a leaf or a stick or whatever, probably like you guys do. You look at it and mark a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that anymore, so I thought, well, there's got to be an easier way for me to do this. And I got a golf tee, and I started using the golf tee then, and it's worked ever since. And with that golf tee, I can be spot on just 95% of the time finding my targets.
I should have done that in the beginning. I know I used to try to okay, right by that leaf, and if I'd look away for a second, I'd lose it.
Yep.
You know, it's like back up and swinging again, which is one of the reasons I love my pinpointer, the TRX from White's, because it'll detect 4 or 5 inches down. So if I've got a shallow enough target, I can pinpoint with that first and then go ahead and dig my hole.
I got a Garrett Pro pointer in 2012 with my Garrett AT Pro. I'm still using the same pinpointer. I'm still using that same one. So it's last 13 years I've been using it. So it's a pretty good product.
Oh, yeah. They are making some good built-to-last stuff out there for sure. And, I mean, the old machines, I've got some pretty old machines. Those suckers were hefty.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just trying to keep that coil off the ground, you've got some new abs, you know? And now people complain if the machine weighs over 2 pounds. It's like, really? I used to walk home with a gallon of milk and think nothing of it. Now I complain about carrying a 2-pound machine and putting it down every 3 minutes.
Well, I got into metal detecting because my dad did it. So he did it in the late 70s and in the early 80s. And
lots of silver back then.
Yeah. His metal detector was, oh my, no arm cuffs, just a handle. Everything's metal, barely any plastic, and it weighs a ton. I think it took 8 AA batteries, or maybe C batteries or something. I can't remember what one it is.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I've got one in a wooden box that's a homemade version, like a Heath kit, and that thing is a monster. You know, it takes forever to put it together, you know, and then it's all metal itself. It's incredible, but people used to go out with these things and have fun and find them the killer stuff, man. And Bounty Hunter Model 9, Bill says, 9 pounds with 9 batteries. Without 9 batteries.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I actually picked up a Bounty Hunter number 1 yesterday, so I'm pretty pumped to get that in.
That's killer. Oops.
We're gonna do some bullet videos with it. As soon as I get it in, I'm gonna take it out, find some Civil War relics just for old time's sake.
Excellent. Now, Shane, I got to ask, who, besides Park Rat, was your inspiration for starting your channel?
Well, see, I originally started my channel. It was about my loss of eyesight. You know, when you become disabled, not just loss of eyesight, it's a struggle in the beginning. And, you know, and I struggled pretty hard. But I pulled through, you know, rallied up and got positive. So then I started the channel just to show people, you know, be positive, you know, get through your obstacles in life, and, you know, everything will be good.
Yeah.
So then it was kind of like about my eyesight and stuff, and it just kind of morphed into metal detecting because that was my hobby.
Yeah.
So I started posting a lot of metal detecting videos. So nobody really inspired me to start a channel, I guess.
This had to be something to do. And I've seen you do some other stuff besides metal detecting. I've seen you change the brakes on a car.
Yeah. Yep.
I know you redid the plumbing in your house.
Yeah.
From all that old cast iron. And you're currently remodeling the dining room, is it?
Yep. Yes.
You've like ripped out all the old stucco and lattice, and you know what I mean? You are an unstoppable man. So that should prove to anybody that if you set your mind to it, the only thing that really stands in your way is yourself.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
My favorite is the kayak adventures you go on.
Yeah, I go on lots of kayaking adventures.
And it's like, he's like, I want to go alone, but his wife won't let him.
Yeah, I always have somebody with me. I never go alone, but I do want to try it alone.
I was gonna say you navigate better than I do.
Oh, yeah.
I just follow the flow of the water in the river.
And now there's a good comment from our buddy Chillin' and Grillin' Adventures with Dan B, especially when he could tell somebody's wheel bearings were going out.
Oh,
That is a funny story. Why don't you let everybody know about that real quick?
so most of you probably know metal detecting with Randy. So he travels a lot on the road. So I was talking to him in the car one day, and I can hear over his phone this noise. And I said, I think your wheel bearings are going bad. He's like, really? I said, yeah. So here he took it to the garage, and here all 4 of his wheel bearings were going bad.
Wow.
Yeah, he said, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, you get used to those subtle changes, and then there you go. Grandma Kelly, thanks for showing up. Glad you're listening, and glad you made a comment, because today's prize packs, all you've got to do is make a comment. There is no special hashtag or anything like that to give. Let's take a look at what we got going on right now. We've got 13 entries. Let's go ahead and draw our first winner. All right. And the first winner is Dirt Digging with outhouseotis.
All right, Tim.
You can rerun, Pat.
I was thinking you might say that. Let's draw again.
Every time that happens, that uses up all my luck for the day.
That is killer funny. Papa Rouse, what's in the dirt? Bill?
Congrats, Bill.
Congratulations, brother. I already have your address. You will be getting our standard prize pack here. You're getting the Magnificator with the logo sticker on it. You're getting the extra show sticker and the new Park Rat sticker. Plus, this prize pack is coming with a bicentennial $50. Now, these are not silver. They are just very, very cool. So that will be in your prize pack. And I'm going to go ahead and write that down because y'all know how my memory don't work. Hill crab. All right. We got that first winner down. And I'm just going to kind of do that randomly as we go throughout the show. There are other prizes available. As a matter of fact, I think up next is going to be a really cool Jesus token that Otis has put up for the chopping block here. Let me see if I can make him big for everybody. How do I spotlight people? Here we go. Now he's spotlighted. Oh, that is awesome. Looks like an angel. Yep. Oh.
And it's the same on the other side too.
Awesome. So next go around and a spin, somebody's going to win that one. And again, as long as somebody shows up and says hi, they're entered in. We're not doing the hashtag thing today. I'm at work on lunch. I'll get back to work now. Let's see you later. That's M.A. Lyman, 24. Mikey, thanks for being here, brother. Hope you're listening in the background. And all right, so let me remove this spotlight. Exit the solo layout. There we go. I'm learning as I go. Ooh-wee. So, fun stuff. Now, do you have some... Well, there we go. Metal Detecting with Randy is here. We were just talking about his channel.
Hey,
right
Randy.
before Randy.
Swifty.
I just wanted to say thanks to Buddy Biggs real quick. I seen he made a comment.
Thanks to who?
Buddy Biggs.
Okay, yeah. Yep. I've seen him in here.
Hey, Mark Miller's in here. Hey, Mark.
Yeah. Swifty's been listening. He's got to take off. Mark says, I ain't real religious, but that's a cool token. I know. I absolutely love tokens myself.
I'm like super behind in comments.
Yeah. Well, falling behind is easy to do, that's for sure. Man. Now, yeah, Russell Tucker, welcome aboard. Junk, welcome aboard. If you win one of the prize packs and we don't already have your address, we'll post up a email address where you can reach out to one of us for the to get your mailing address to them. There we go. That didn't sound too messed up. Hey, at least people know I don't have any of this rehearsed, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many hunting buddies do you have in your area, Shane? Do you go alone most of the time, or do you have some people that you hunt with on a regular basis?
Most times I go alone, but in my area I have 3 guys I get out with sometimes. And sometimes Metal Detecting with Randy will come up. He's about an hour and a half away from me.
I think he was one of the first people you collabed with, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That man loves to drive.
He sure does.
Yeah, I see him all over the place.
Hey, he puts on like 60 or 80,000 miles a year on his car. Something crazy like that.
Man, I haven't had a car that lived that many thousand miles.
So Shane, through your career of metal detecting, what's that one find that just you couldn't believe that you actually found?
Last summer I found some reals. I thought I thought that was pretty much an untouchable coin to find, but I found out it's not.
Nice.
You were on a run with those.
Yeah.
Now, did you find them on land or in a field or actually in the river? Because I know you enjoy river hunting.
I found one in the river. I found a half real in the river, and the rest I found in farm fields.
Nice. I don't hear a lot of people saying they found a real in the river.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty
I don't hear a lot of people saying, and the rest I found in fields. You had an incredible year, man.
Yeah, I found 7 half reals and one real.
nice.
Yeah.
And I've also found a William III shilling that was, the date side was unfortunately wore off, but the other side was in good shape. So that coin was minted from 1695 till 1701. So that was a pretty old coin I found in a field also.
Yeah. I'd like to live in an area with more history. There is great stuff to be found here in Florida, no doubt, because, people traveled. But still, I'd like to get into an area with a little bit more Civil War history, or even colonial era history would be killer.
Yeah. When I found the half real in the river, I was with a buddy of mine. I found it, and I said, I think I found a half real. And he's like, you're lying. I'm like, no, I'm serious. He came over and he's like, holy cow, you did.
And that's another thing that gets me about you. Your identification of the finds is incredible. I watched one video. You were in the river. You had on gloves, and you pulled the coin, and you're like, "Oh, this is a penny. It's a copper one." Yeah, and it was. It was like, I can't tell that barehanded. Never mind through gloves with cold fingers.
Yeah.
But if anybody hasn't seen, Shane had done the blind treasure hunter challenge, where you blindfold yourself and get out there and swing your detector and see what you can find and see if you can identify it by feel. And a lot of us took part in that and did them on our channels to see what it was like. And it's an incredible feeling. It really is. When I was blindfolded, the Swifty was filming me, and I swing around and I get my signal, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to dig my hole and get it right and find out where I put my pinpointer down. It's a bit of work there. It's a little nerve-wracking walking in the bushes and stuff. And I pulled that chunk of metal out of the ground, and I'm like, I think it's part of a horseshoe. And feeling this with my hands, and it was part of a horseshoe. And I was more excited about that than any other horseshoe part or piece I've ever found. That was like, to me, that was mind-blowing, incredible. It's like, I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah. I run into when I'm out by myself, sometimes I can run into obstacles. I'll FaceTime people and be like, I have no idea where I'm at. I know I'm in the park, but I don't know where. So I'll FaceTime people so I can get an idea of exactly where I'm at. And
now, is there any problem? They say when you lose one sense, the other ones get heightened.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
Okay, so how do you explain the amount of dog poop you step in and kneel down on? Do you not smell this ahead of time?
So,
can you not hear the flies buzzing? What's up with that, buddy?
I was metal detecting Sunday, and I knelt down, and I smelled it right away. I'm like, oh, man.
Kind of brownie.
So I'm like, I either stepped in it, or I knelt in it, or I put my knee pad in it. But I got lucky. It must have been close to me, but I didn't actually kneel. But I have knelt in it before. I've stuck my hand in it. And Friday, we were in a farm field, and my buddy calls me. I'm like, oh, what'd you find? He's like, I didn't find anything, but I just called to tell you that you're in cow poop. They just spread a bunch of cow poop up there. I'm like, oh, that's what these big clumps of stuff are.
And again, you should have been able to tell by the smell.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're in the farm, it always smells, so it's hard.
Yeah, when you're in the boonies like that, I guess the smell of fresh dairy air is common.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead, pop over here to that giveaway tool, and let's see who's going to win this awesome token from Otis. Let's draw. Good luck, everybody. If you've made a comment, you're entered. Ding, ding, ding. Who the winner is? It's a respin, Mr. Outhouse himself again. Wow.
Imagine the shipping I'm saving. You can respin it.
Won his own prize. Rigged. What are the odds? We'll find out on the next giveaway, right?
Yep.
Papa Rouse, second time winning. We got to hear from Papa. Do you want to keep this one, or do you want us to pass it along, brother? I'll wait till I see a comment. I'll wait till I see a comment from him. He says keeper. All right. He wants that prize. Awesome stuff. good enough. That is the luck of the draw, and who doesn't like tokens? Probably more different varieties of tokens out there than there are coins.
And Bill, if you can email me, it's outhouseotis@gmail.com.
Or I can send you Bill's address too. I have him in file already, so we'll make sure you get that. And let me go ahead and write this down. Okay, prize number 2, Bill Otis token. Alrighty, and we'll get ready for number 3 there. So,
Hey, Mark Thomas. There's a fellow Pennsylvanian.
there you go. Have you been able to get together with him and do any?
I don't think he metal detects. I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Looks like Hillbilly Scavenger is picking up a few new subscribers here. He's got a couple of shorts out now. Probably going to be doing some full-length videos as he learns more about the process, but don't let that stop you from showing the love, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell, making sure you get all the notifications for when he does post. Shane, you're in a great area. Darby's down home detecting Ohio. I'm sorry, reading comments out loud.
Yeah, that's fine. Something else I don't think a lot of people realize, I record all my videos, not all, most of them, when I'm out metal detecting. And I also edit all my videos. I do all the editing. The only thing I get my wife to help me with is if I have to take a picture, because, of course, I can't take a good picture or something.
Yeah.
So I'll get my wife to take the pictures of the items I find. And
I know when I first was introduced to you and you're coming to the Zoom parties that I do on Wednesdays, one of the biggest things everybody was trying to talk to you about was camera angle, because there were, like, in those days, there were a lot of clips where you were just filming your crotch.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty.
Look what I got. We're like, yeah, you bragging.
Yeah, when I first started recording, it was a little tough in the beginning, but once I got the hang of it, and everybody gave me some tips.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got it mastered pretty good. I used to do this goofy thing where I'd bring my hand up and like up and down, and that drove people nuts.
That's it.
So Shane, living in Pennsylvania, is metal detecting a little bit more lenient up there compared to like down here, where it's almost impossible to find?
Oh yeah, they're
like
super
private
lenient.
property.
Yep. The only thing you can't metal detect is historical marked places.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to do any state parks, you have to get a permit. It's a free permit, so it's no big deal.
Oh.
Other than that, waterways are good to go. Most parks are good to go. It depends on who's running the park. Sometimes whoever's doing the caretaking at the park won't let people in, but yeah, it's pretty easy to get spots to metal detect.
So what you're saying is you got a list of places that you could just choose from at any given day.
Yeah. Well, it's a little harder for me. Like, it's tough for me to do permissions to go to some stranger's house. Hey, I'm blind. Can I come stumble around your yard with my metal detector? So usually when I get permissions like that, it's either somebody I know pretty well to do their property.
Good morning, Lisa. I have gotten some good parks from the people who clean the parks. I had all the parks in my area, and when the people are there trimming the bushes and cutting the grass, I'll talk to them, and they'll let me know where other parks are that I don't know about. And the one guy, he's been a real good friend. His name's Billy, and he'll be like, okay, there's a park here and a park there and a park there. And he's like, you probably don't want to go there because it's in the rough side of town where somebody's likely to steal your detector, you know? So if you did go, don't go alone. So we actually traded numbers. And when he's going to do the cutting and trimming and stuff in one of these parks, he'll let me know. So he's there as my safety backup.
Oh, cool.
You know, and that's a good friend to have. So
Yep.
I do get to hunt the places where a lot of people are afraid to hunt.
I do a lot of parks Nice thing about parks is there's always tons of signals.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So how many beaver tails do you think, like a ballpark estimate of how many you found over the years?
Holy cow, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. And especially in the rivers, for some reason, there are so many beaver tail pull tabs in the river. Bless you.
Thank you.
I just think the river collects so much junk. Everything floats down to the river,
I know. I one day saved, all my trash and everything, and laid it out and counted it up. And for the 5 or 6 good things I'd found, I dug close to 300 holes.
Oh wow.
That's 300 times down on one knee and then back up, and 300 times down on one knee and back up. And I'm thinking, something's wrong here, because I always go down on the same knee and come up the same way. It's like I don't switch sides or anything. I would think by this point in time, one of my legs should look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the other one be all like wizened and useless.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but my body still stays in balance.
Yeah,
Have you ever had? Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry, Shane.
Go ahead, Tim. Oh, I was just gonna say, I use a knee pad. I just got a new one. It's a super nice one. It's called Aqua Mentor. They're pretty cheap on Amazon, and they're American made. So it's a super good knee pad. They have a couple different sizes. And Peter from Detective Smile, he found them. That's how I found it. So he recommended it, and I bought one, and it's an awesome knee pad.
I use an ergo kneeler, and it's a small rectangular pad with like a little handle grip in it. And I put it on the handle of my shovel, and then when I get ready to bend down, I just take it off the shovel and put it under my knee, as opposed to actually wearing a knee pad.
Yep.
Because I got turned off to wearing knee pads because of fire ants. If they get down under that knee pad and start chewing you up, you will be hurting for certain for a week or more. And, when they're trapped in there and you're trying to move around quickly and not break your equipment and brush everything off, and it's like, I got 50 bites on one knee. And that's no good. So I use that little kneeling pad, and it definitely saves me from getting chewed up too much. But the fire ants are my biggest obstacle.
I tried a knee pad before, and the straps would just rub the back of my knee raw. That's why I quit using the knee pad like that. I thought about looking for a volleyball knee pad. Because I thought, don't they have a hard plastic thing on the knee pads for them?
I'm not sure. Whenever I watch girls play volleyball, I never look at their knees.
Oh.
I'll have to try that, though. Maybe I could learn something new.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a pig, but, I made my choice.
If I ain't mistaken, don't they make knee pads to where it's like a sleeve, almost like a knee brace, almost like kind of like one of those stretchy ace bandages that you just pull up and it has that hard piece?
Yeah.
I tried one of them too before. The problem with those is it just sucks the water up. If the ground's a little bit wet, it just sucks it all up.
And, of course, on a hot day, forget it. That's extra hot, extra sweaty. All right, we got Gold Pen and Dutchie Jaco. Welcome from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. We are doing good, and we're doing giveaways today. It's just from making a comment. I don't usually ship overseas because of the expense. So if your name does come up as a winner, get in touch with me through email, and we will work something out to make sure you get some sort of prize out of the deal. There we go, because we don't want nobody to be left out. It's time for another prize pack. It's going to be, again, the Magnificator with the 2 stickers and another Bicentennial $50. No, they are not silver. They're just really cool. So let me pull that up and pick winner number 3. Good luck, everybody. If Otis comes up first again, I will absolutely crap a brick.
Yep.
Let's
Otis
see who wins.
He better go play the lottery if he comes up again.
Oh, because I used up all my luck here.
Gold panning Dutchie Jacob.
Oh my gosh.
And I had just talked about that. Congratulations, gold panning Dutchie. I'm going to go back over to here, take that down, and I'm going to post an email in the comments. You can email me, and I will get in touch with you or get back in touch with you. Oh, they say please redraw. So let me go ahead and pull that up and do a redraw. Okay. Let's see who the winner is now. That's very kind of you, Dutchie. We appreciate that. Mark Thomas. Awesome. There you go. We're going to take that back down. I think, Mark, you have all of my information, but just in case you don't, I am going to go ahead and post my email address here real quick.
Mark says rig even after he won. I don't think you get the concept of that comment.
Really trying to remember my own email address. I don't mail myself too often.
I wonder what the mailman would do if you actually had a piece of mail, put it in your mailbox, put the little flag up, and it was your address on the envelope. Would they just put it back in?
Nope.
Or would it have to go through the whole system to come back around?
It goes through the whole system. And I've done that several times because in the business I was in, there's a lot of espionage that goes on. So if I had a good idea for a product I wanted our company to make, while we're going through the patent process, I would mail all the information to myself in a registered letter that had to be signed for, and then not open it because the date is on there and the unopened sealed is on there to prove that it was our idea. We had this first. These people snaked us, and it comes in handy. All right, make sure I'm not missing any comments. Yes, and the comment with my address is actually under Adventures with Swifty because I'm only co-hosting today. Or guest hosting or whatever. I'm hosting. Tornado Watch is back on at Bill's. So we'll keep him in your prayers, and hopefully he stays safe and keeps his power on and all that good junk and stuff. Whew.
Randy sent me a message and said Russell Tucker had a question and we missed it.
Oh, let's see if we can scan back.
Mm-hmm. Metal Detecting with Randy reposted what Russell Tucker said, so you can look for his comment.
I gotta try and look for everybody. Let's see what I can find here. All right, let me see. Ding, 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 ding. Hopefully it wasn't too far. Okay. Russell, I'm interested in how you edit videos, Shane. How do you do that when you can't see the video?
Well, I use an iPhone. So iPhone is super accessible for the blind. So I use iMovie on my iPhone. It's an editing app. And that's basically what I use. But I kind of, when I edit videos, I got to memorize the dates and everything so I know what videos I'm putting in. Mm-hmm. So it's a process.
I don't know if I could handle all the memorization that you have to go through to do things because, I mean, you know me, I'll forget what I said 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Of course, I do have a good excuse, but thank you. Dutchie says they're subbing to all of us. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And let me see. Dutchie. Okay. I can't make you a mod, or I would, and let you post your channel link.
So Shane, are you going to stick with the Garrett AT Pro, or do you have another machine in mind that you wouldn't mind trying out?
I would like to get a different machine, but I'm so limited. I'm so limited to what I can use. The problem with like the Equinox, the Legend, most machines have a screen where you have to be able to read it to set everything up.
And some of the more complicated machines would be a lot of stuff to memorize.
Yeah.
Where you've got this set, where you've got that set, how many clicks up or down.
I did contact MindLab because I was curious if I could, since they have Bluetooth capabilities for their headphones, is there any way I could Bluetooth connect my phone and control the metal detector through my phone? But they never. That was over a year ago, and they've never got back to me. It was just we'll check on that. And
yeah, well, I don't think they're giving enough opportunity. Then, they're hurting themselves if they made it a little thing like that more accessible for blind people.
Yeah.
Then more people would be able to fall in love with the hobby and get out of their own heads and find that serenity that I know we all get when we're out metal detecting. It's killer to find stuff, but sometimes the best part of the day is just being out there. It's like
metal detecting. It's an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I mean, people assume that people at metal detector are out there just getting rich, but that's not the case. You're just out there finding a couple goodies, getting the excitement, getting that rush.
Yeah. That's one thing I think a lot of people don't realize when they're watching videos is that, it's like a record album. If you got one of them 45s, you listen to the A side, usually not the B side, because that's not the good song. When people are posting videos, they're posting their best stuff. So you don't see that, between this video and this video, there were 3 hunts that were nothing but trash.
Yeah, it's 98% garbage.
That it is. I don't know how many thousands of pull tabs you got to dig before you find a ring, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's not just the red, but low tones. Pull tabs, foil, nickels, can slaw.
I know.
What is it that saying that you say, Pat? You're one hole away from what?
You're only one hole away from a really good day, and that's the truth. I know. We dig it. The Wootons, they did a series for a little while called Midtone Mondays, where they would only dig the midtones just to see what it was all about. And when Gene 2, the second Gene, found his first gold ring, that was his entry video to get into the Rat Pack. That was a day he said, I'm digging nothing but pull tab signals until I find a ring. And then, boom, he finally got one toward the end of the day. The excitement. I love watching that video clip over and over again. I got that saved on my phone. But, yeah, incredible moments out there. And I think everybody needs to have a day like that. Mm-hmm. And metal detecting allows us all to have our moment in the sun, to have that big thunder that everybody's like applauding and clapping and happy about.
Yep.
Marty's nuts about digging. Hello, Marty. Swifty is not here today. I'm just a guest host. But thank you for being with us. And thank you for commenting, because there's prizes out there to be given away. We got another one coming up here. Hey, right now, What is this special piece of foreign money you've got holding there, Otis?
Yes. I got this a while back ago from a friend that was in the Navy. It is a, I'm pronouncing this right, Iran dinar. I believe it's just $1. Look how beautiful that is as far as the color scheme goes.
Oh yeah, great artwork.
Who doesn't like foreign money?
And that's a dinar. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is going to be the prize. Somebody is about to win. Let's go ahead and see who this winner is. Good luck, everybody.
Congratulations to me. Oh, it was close.
Adventures in Michigan with Lisa. Congratulations,
Oh, cool.
Lisa. Awesome stuff. Great to see a new name up on the board there. Otis will go ahead and post his email address so that you can get in touch with him and get your mailing address. That is awesome stuff. And,
I'll post it and say it out loud too. It's outhouseotis@gmail.com. And I'll post it as well.
Nice. Yeah, I suppose I could have said mine because it's that simple, but I didn't. I had to type it all out. And at first I spelled metal wrong, as I'm not the best speller, and that's okay. My English teacher told me once, if you get the first letter and the last letter, people will know what the word is. If you can't spell Armageddon, it's not the end of the world. It took me years to get that was a joke. It's like, Mr. McCandless, he was funny.
So earlier we were talking.
Oh, you can go ahead, Shane.
Oh, so earlier we were talking about, metal detecting. It's such an awesome hobby for mental health too. It's just not always about finding goodies. Like you get out there and you're enjoying yourself. Even if you don't find anything, it's still awesome mental health. Like for me, I love being able to do something on my own, independently. I don't need nobody to help me at all, zero, except for getting a ride to and from the spots. But I can get out there and just venture around and find all my targets all on my own, and sometimes identify them on my own.
Thank you, Bad Idea Lad. Swifty wants to know, how did you get the name Outhouse Otis?
Otis came before the outhouse. Years ago, I worked at a dealership, and one of the salespeople that were there loved Andy Griffin, and for some reason, he associated me with Otis and started calling me Otis every single day. And it just stuck. Eventually, I was like, I like the name Otis. And then for some reason, that name just stuck to me. Everybody called me Otis. If you said Tim, everybody's like, who the heck is Tim? So when I started metal detecting, everybody had these cool nicknames. And I was like, okay, I kind of want something that started with an O that matches Otis. Kind of catchy, kind of metal detecting related in a way. And the only thing I could think of was outhouse, because when you go to these old properties, a lot of people talk about there's an outhouse out here, and people would detect them or detect around them. So I was like, outhouse Otis. I was like, that's not bad.
Way better than OBGYN Otis.
Yeah.
It's like, then people be asking you the wrong questions.
Yeah. Then when people ask me, well, why are you named Outhouse Otis? Because, I find crap on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, there's good stuff out there. Yeah, we got some jokes. Tom Kingery is here. Thanks for joining us, Tom. We got a little bit of time left in the show. We may go a little bit over. I don't know. Everybody's having fun. We got 21 people in the house right now. That is 20 wonderful. Appreciate each and every one of you being here. And there's still at least one more prize to go. I know I've got another prize pack set up. Do you have anything else on deck, Otis?
I have I believe, if my eyes aren't deceiving me, a 1913 Silver, barber, dime.
Woo!
Silver on the board.
Sweet. Silver. That is going to be the big prize of the day, I'd say. I should comment and put my name in on that. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to y'all.
I've already won twice, I think.
Yeah.
I say your odds are pretty good.
Everybody loves silver. That is for sure. I know I got some prizes to send out along with these. It's just good to be home and start getting back into the natural flow of things. Hopefully, knock on wood, nothing else goes wrong along the way. And there you go. Hi-ho silver. Good stuff. Grandma Kelly's says, I just started metal detecting. I suck at it. But I get lost in time. Yeah. When I first started detecting, I mean, my first 2 weeks were nothing but crap, you know. And when I came home with that first 7 cents in my hand, it's like I got my first pennies. I got a nickel. I was excited. It was like, okay, now I can justify the expense. But never really thought I was going to get rich at it because I knew people were only showing their good stuff, but I figured there was a lot of good stuff out there and didn't realize that, you know, some of these guys hunt for 2 weeks straight just to get enough footage for one video.
And I wouldn't be discouraged either. If you get out there and start messing with your machine, the only way you're going to learn it is to go out there and use it. And what Mark from Graham Detecting, he always says location, location, location.
Mm-hmm.
You can search an area that has some history to it, find some public land or a private permission. Your chances of finding something really good goes up.
Yeah. Now, here's a great comment from Buddy Biggs. It's great for the head and also losing weight from the exercise.
Mm-hmm.
When I started detecting, I dropped 45 pounds. I have been at 200 even for years now and couldn't be happier about that. And my doctor's happy with that too.
Mm-hmm. And Pat, I did the same thing. I think I've lost 35 pounds so far. And then started eating healthier, and you'd be surprised at how fast the weight flies off.
Oh, yeah, drinking a lot of water. I'll tell you what. I go through more water now than I ever did at any other time in my life.
Me too.
Craig Bates is commenting on, I found a mercury dime with a 1942-1941 double date stamped on it. That's about
cool.
$900 coin.
Oh, nice.
I found it at a place I'd already beat to death. I just stopped there because I needed a couple more clips for my video. I didn't even recognize it as anything special because of my eyes. I'm like, oh, I got a 1942. And then somebody watching the video said, you need to take a better look at that thing, as this is what you got. And I took a look at it, and I crapped a brick, and my wife was all excited. And then I lost it here in the house. And it was lost for over a year. And when I found it, I was all excited again. Yeah, I'm going to send this thing out to be graded. My wife snatched that out of my hand and locked it in the lockbox with all of our important paperwork. She lets me look at it every once in a while. I'm not good at keeping track of stuff.
So let you hold it. You go in the corner and go, my precious.
Oh, yeah. Now, Russell Tucker says he got his first private permission the other day. Been too shy to do it before now. It feels good. It does. Door knocking can be scary for some people. If you look back on my channel in my playlists, my very first Advent series that I did, in the videos there, I gave tips and tricks on door knocking. And Dirt Troll and Troy put all of that into practice, and he's probably the best door knocker of any of us. I mean, if he gets no maybe once out of 100 knocks.
Wow.
But it's the body language, it's how you're dealing with people, your eye contact, once you get into it, door knocking can be almost as exciting as the hunt itself. Ooh, we got Mr. Metal Detectorist in with us here.
Hey, Frank.
Of course, Russell Tucker. I saw Mr. Metal Detectorist, I think, didn't I?
When we were talking the other day about you never know what you're going to find. You could go to a 1930s house in the neighborhood and find stuff that predates that house by many of years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the land, you'd think this is a great area. We got a strip of land that used to have 12 houses on it back in the 30s. Kimberly and I try forever to get out there and get the permission. We get the permission, and there's literally crap to be found. No relics, no antiques, no old coins, no nothing. We knock on the door of a place built in 1950, and we're finding stuff from the 1800s out there. You know, oh, we don't want to knock on these people because their yard looks so pretty. They'll tell you yes. The people with the junky yard, they'll tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
These things always seem to work opposite of what we expect them to be.
Yeah. So never knock a property. Always try it. You never know until you go out there.
Yeah, it's like I tell my nephews in high school. It's like you ask out one girl and she says no, ask out 100 more. One of them's going to say yes. You know, you don't give up after the first attempt, that's for sure. Wow, we are getting close on time here. I'm going to pull up the giveaway tool again. We're going to do a giveaway for you. One more of the sticker prize pack with the 50-cent piece, the bicentennial $50. And then we'll still have Otis's silver to give away in the last one. But let's go ahead and see who the winner on this go-around is. If you commented, you're in. Good luck, everybody. Wow, let's see who it's going to be. Bill, Papa Rouse, what's in the dirt? Now, I believe he's already won one of these prize packs today, so you want us to pass it along, Bill, or do you want to keep this one too? Let me know in the commentications here. Roll again, he says. We're rolling. Good luck, everybody.
Mr. Metal Detector just popped in.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Frank, he's awesome. He will be getting new stickers soon. The Asylum with Mark Miller.
Congrats.
Awesome.
All right. Brother. Congrats, Mark.
Okay. Let me write this down. Mark.
Bill, you might as well stay home too because I think your luck ran out for today as well.
Awesome stuff. Mark Miller's got him that prize pack. I have your address, buddy, so we will be sure and get that one out to you. Now, let me go back to regular screen stuff for a second. There we are. Okay, we're back to normal now. Or as normal as we can be. And I had something in mind I thought I was going to say, but you know my brain works that way sometimes.
It's another thing about metal detecting is you got to spend a lot of time at it. You can't just expect to go out once a month. And
yeah.
And the more you're out there, the more you're going to find.
Yeah, and if you're going to be doing YouTube, there's plenty of people in the community willing to help you out, so learn the ropes. One of the biggest things is going to be consistency, okay? If you're going to put out one video a week, try to put it out on the same day every week at the same time. Get that regularity. And, of course, go to the live streams and the premieres, chat with people in the comments, get to know the rest of the people in the community. That's going to help build your channel and build your information base because the more you know, the easier things can get. Hey, Fox in the Ground Detecting, thanks for joining us. We've still got a little ways to go in the show here, and we've still got a silver giveaway coming up. But yeah, increasing your knowledge base is huge. I've learned so much from other people. It's incredible. It's like, you know, nobody knows it all. Shoot, you could probably fill a book with the stuff I don't know.
That's a lot of blank pages.
Yeah.
After 27 years of detecting, I always learn something from other people. It's
Mhm.
always good to listen to somebody, even if they're new. You
Yeah.
know, if they've been doing it for 30 years, you're going to learn something, no matter how long you've been doing it.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
here's a good tip. I believe Otis and I were talking about this the other day at the Zoom. Um, a lot of people's machine will have a beach mode, and you go to the beach, you put it in beach mode because it helps cut down the mineralization and the saline content so that you can get a better reading. Let me reply to that real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so that you can get better readings when you're on the beach. If you live near the coast, within 20 miles of the coast, you're in a high saline environment. When storms blow in, they're pulling up salt water and blowing it in over the land. You can see how the bushes kind of brown out and stuff after that from all the salt, and things come back to life again in a couple of weeks. You're hunting in a high saline environment. If you're on a property where there's a lot of chatter, a lot of junk, try putting your machine in beach mode. You're going to run a lot silenter, and you'll probably get those finds you would have missed because of all the interference. So
Oh
don't
yeah.
be afraid to switch those modes up and see if you can get the cool finds that way. That's my big tip of the day.
There's quite
Now,
a few days I use beach mode in a field. I mean, don't be afraid to use a field mode on the beach or a beach mode on the field. Just use
Mm-hmm.
what works best for you.
now, will that work for iron, the beach mode, or for knocking out
Yeah,
iron?
yeah. Because if you've got heavy iron in an area, and you've gone out and you've dug up all the big pieces, and all you're getting is this iron chatter from all the little microscopic, smaller than dime pieces that are all over the place because rust gets flaky like that, right? You can quiet out that noise, a lot of it, using beach mode
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
because, you know, ground balance over it till it goes away and start running.
Oh yeah. Usually when I go to beach mode, depending on the area, field mode might be like what Pat said, real chattery. I can switch over to beach mode and then jack up the sensitivity, and it still runs quiet. So I'm getting a lot more out of my detector using beach mode in certain areas.
That's what I love about the MX Sport is no matter what hunting mode I'm in, coin and jewelry or whatever, I can also turn on saline beach mode.
Mm-hmm.
So run the two modes at the same time. So I'm still trying to be a coin shooter, but I've cut out a lot of that extra noise by turning on the saline for the machine. And it does make a huge difference. So get out there and try that. Hit areas you think are too junky or that you've given up on. Put it in that beach mode and see what kind of changes happen for you. This is a game of inches and a game of sensitivity. Your machine's going to read different for you if your batteries aren't fully charged or
Yeah,
if they're
absolutely.
getting weak. So keep your machine charged up, keep everything fresh, and always, at least once a week, if you've got a coil cover on your machine, take the coil cover off and clean it out really well. Because sand that gets trapped in there with its little iron particles and things will get magnetized. And oftentimes, the junk and noise you're hearing is built into the machine because it's all trapped under that coil cover. So,
Mm-hmm.
regular cleaning at least once a week, highly recommend that. These days, I don't even run a coil cover on my machines anymore because I just got tired of going through the cleaning process. You go to take it off and then you crack it or something. It's like, forget it. I'm just going to leave it off.
And for the people that clean their machines, like you said, taking the coil cover off, here's a cool tip that I learned. Of course, I engraved this one, but if you take a cold snack bottle opener like this,
Mm-hmm.
that works wonders popping your coil cover off so you're not sitting there pulling it apart and afraid that it's going to crack. This, you just boom, boom, boom all the way around, pops right off. That saves a lot of time and your fingernails from hurting.
We got Tri-Valley Metal Detecting and Outdoors has joined us. Thank you so much.
We got one more giveaway, and it's silver.
Yeah, we got one more giveaway, but we got so many people up in here, we might just have to keep going. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, yep, that's what I'm thinking. Let me see. We'll add a. Now I need my young eyes, the magnificator. Let's see what we got rolling here. This is a. Ooh. Now, what year is your barber dime, Otis?
I believe it's a 1913, if I'm not mistaken.
Alrighty. Now it's I'll make myself big. It's kind of on the wiped side, but hey, that happens with old coins. We got a 1899 barber,
Oh, nice.
and we will put that one on the chopping block too today. So we got more prizes going. Let's see. Mark Miller won the sticker pack.
You try it, Ellie.
Alright, nice token. And who won your bill? That was Lisa, right?
Yes, Adventures with Lisa.
Mitch.
And let me check my email to see if she has emailed me. Adventures with Lisa, I have not got your email yet.
She said she would email you after the show because she's on her phone right now watching, so you can't expect an email from her.
I got you. All right, cool. Yeah, I missed that comment.
I've been missing a lot of comments. Sorry about that, people, because things get to rolling here. Hey, we're already running over time. That's awesome, but it's hard to walk away when you got a good crowd. Let's go ahead and set up and see who is going to win that awesome barber dime from Otis. Alrighty. Let's get this sucker spinning. Good luck, everybody. Marty's nuts about digging.
Nice. Congrats.
Awesome. Congratulations, Marty.
If you can email me at outhouseotis@gmail.com, and I'm going to put it in the chat as well.
Excellent. Oh, that's good stuff. You know, I think that's one of the funnest things that I really enjoy about doing live streams is I love giveaways. I love giving stuff away. That's why I love doing the Rattoberfest, which we did the first Rattoberfest this year. Just doing a giveaway every day up until Halloween. And then, of course, we do the Advent giveaway from the last day of November right up until Christmas Day, where we do 2 giveaways a day. I mean, in an average year, I'm putting out a couple hundred prize packs or more, and I love every second of it. And what gets me, though, is somebody will wait like 2 months to be like, I didn't get my prize pack. Well, when I tell you it's sent, if you don't get it, let me know right away. Mm-hmm. Thankfully now, I'm doing everything through Pirate Ship, so I can see when things are delivered, and that does make it a lot easier for me. So congratulations on that, barber Marty. Be sure and get in touch with Otis on that one. Has anybody else in the gallery here, in our comments gallery, have any questions for Shane? They can be metal detecting related. They can be blind related. Hell, is it true you can smell virgins?
Oh my God.
I mean, people who haven't detected before. Can you tell them from the rest of us, I'm
not going to answer that.
Okay, we'll have to save that for the Zoom party.
Now, we were talking earlier about you being blind and how the other senses are heightened. Surely that helps you when identifying like different tones too, right?
Oh my, absolutely, yes. If I hearing the nuances and the tones, I can tell the difference.
Oh, nice. I still can't tell the difference. If it's repeatable, I dig it.
That's the big thing for me. Although I've gotten into this habit lately. You know how you'll swing over a target and you'll get that junkie with just the one little chirp? and then you never get that chirp again, I'm digging that, because I'm thinking there's something good that's being masked by all the junk around it.
Well,
You know, and twice now that's paid off for me in finding a silver coin. It was like next to 6 nails, you know, and it's like, if I hear that high chirp once, I'm digging it.
that happened to me Friday. I got this crappy signal, a couple chirps in it, and this here is what popped out. I don't know if you can see it.
Let me blow you up for everybody. Look at that. Hold it a little closer to the camera, and people can't see, and just a hair higher.
And for the people that don't know, what is that, Shane?
This is a general staff button from the War of 1812.
Wow. Incredible.
And it was not a good, clean signal at all. It just sounded like complete crap. And that's what popped out. So,
yeah.
That's what you got to dig in crappy signals sometimes.
Yeah. Iffy Signals, which is also a great channel. Check them out if you get a chance. But, you know, what gets me is when we watch the video, Shane will probably just be holding that in his bare hand going, it's an 1812 button. And I would have had to look at it and look it up.
Well, yeah. My buddy I was with, I said, I found a button. And he comes over and he was cleaning it off. And he's like, do you realize what you found? No idea. A flat button.
It's junk. Just leave it there. Yeah.
That's when you go, no way, let me see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you throw that in my trash pile.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you know, sketchy signals and stuff like that, I always try to recommend people, like if you hunt a yard and you're going this way, if you go back, switch it up and go this way, because if you come back at a different angle, you might have missed something that was masked going at a different angle.
Yeah. Now, here's another good tip for people who want to know. Of course, when you swing your coil, you're not actually swinging, you're sweeping across in a flat. Okay, so if you get that signal that's just that faint chirp, angle your head. Because if you've got a coin on edge, you're only picking it up for that split second from the way your coil is sending out its signal. And if you angle your head, you have a chance of hitting it broad face and getting a better, clearer signal. So go flat, and if you've got those iffies, angle it as you sweep over it again and see if you can hit that object broad face and get a better signal. That'll definitely help you to know if you want to dig it or not.
And don't be like me and wear steel-toe boots the first time you get your metal detector.
I've made that mistake before.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of all the stuff I passed up because, you know, overthinking. You know, it's like I'm smarter than the machine. If it beeps, it digs. And that, you know, the master of the show, Swifty, always says, dig it all, y'all. And that is the best advice we can give anybody. Dig it all. Beep, dig, beep, dig. It's as simple as that. And don't get discouraged because you're only going to find what God wants you to find. I can go to an area and beat it to death and think there's nothing else out there. I'll take a friend with me and they get out there and find a silver that I never found. Does that make me angry? Nope. You know why? Because that piece wasn't meant for me. It was meant for them. That's what God had waiting for that person. So you got permissions, you got places you go. Don't be afraid to bring your friends there. If they find something good, that's what was meant to be, and you were able to help facilitate that, making somebody else's day better.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can end your day being a blessing in someone else's life, that's the best treasure of all right there. Now,
and you don't look as crazy, because if you're out there by yourself and find something good, you know, you're going to be in the field going by yourself. Yeah. People are going to start looking at you. It's a little little better when you got somebody to celebrate with. You don't look as weird.
I actually had a weird confrontation one time. I was in a field metal detecting, and a cop came up. He's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm metal detecting." He's like, "Oh, I didn't see the metal detector. He just seen me crouched down on the ground."
Yeah.
He's like, "I didn't see the metal detector." I'm like, "No, I'm just metal detecting." I'm like, I don't know if he thought I was beating somebody up or what he thought was going on.
I told him I can't see you either.
Yeah.
Mm. My first run-in with the police, I had a buddy of mine, Digger Dave. He's moved out of state, and we were at this one little out-of-the-way park, and we were doing our thing, detecting and talking to each other. You know, I just found something, so I'm showing him. Still got my pinpointer in my hand, and the cop's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And so, "Let me see your hands." And thought I was holding a gun because all he could see was the black end of the pinpointer sticking out of my head. It was like, no, man. That was my first ever run-in with the cops, and it was like, I need to like paint this thing bright yellow or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to be getting shot because somebody thinks I'm up to no good.
You can do what I did and get like the bright orange electrical tape and just all the way up.
Oh, yeah. And definitely get a tip protector for your pinpointer. If you don't have a tip protector, they're super easy to get a hold of. And oftentimes you can find like chair leg protectors that will fit on the end of them from like your Home Depot or whatever. A lot of people pushing in the dirt and digging with their pinpointer. And I know this one guy in our club, he'd been like, "Man, you keep wearing out the tip of my pinpointer." And I was like, "You're probably eating too much corn." And after everybody finished laughing, I gave him a handful of tip protectors. He's still been using the same pinpointer now for 5 years. Those things just don't wear out.
Actually, what I do is I dip my pinpointer in Plastidip.
Mm-hmm.
And once it wears out, you just peel it off and dip it again.
That's it.
Marty, I got your email.
And I think you can get Plastidip in yellow now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Comes in a good variety of colors. I used to do all my tool handles in bright orange. This way I could tell my tools in the shop. Or, you know, if somebody decides to walk off with your best set of pliers, you know, and then it's like nobody has my pliers, and I find my little yellow Plastidip pieces in the trash. It's like, okay, one of you jokers is going to get fired if I find out who it is. I better be back on my box in the morning. You know, and always got my tools back. Awesome stuff. All right. We are a little bit over time here, but that's okay. I still want to do at least one more giveaway. We got 22 awesome people left with us, and we do appreciate each and every one of you being here with us, hanging out, hopefully learning some good stuff and making new friends. Remember, if there's a channel up here you're not subscribed to, hit their link, go over, subscribe to them, the thumbs up, ring the bell, watch at least one video and leave a comment so that your subscription sticks. And let's not forget our, if I can pull him back up here, our Hillbilly Scavenger, the newest YouTuber to hit the market for us.
And for somebody that has beginner's luck, he has already found a Roman coin, a trime, and a 3-cent nickel, and already a handful of silvers.
Wow.
All 3 things on my bucket list. And it's like, and that's another thing I love about watching other people's videos and going to the live streams, is that there's the man himself, is that I get more things added to my bucket list than I get knocked off of my bucket list. But when you're a new detectorist, just about everything you find is going to be on that bucket list, and it's an exciting time. Beginning detecting is almost funner than experienced detecting. And I think that's why we all look for fresh ground, because then you're at that beginner stage again. It's like, I've never hit this land before. Now, if you can just not overthink the machine, Yeah, beeping big. You're going to be awesome. Sorry about that, Mark, but even though I'm the host here, I do not have the power to make anybody a moderator, or else I would. And yeah, like we said earlier, spelling's not that big a deal.
Yeah, up 27 years, I haven't found a Trime yet. It took me 25 years to find my first V-nickel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just like Charlie. Charlie hasn't found his white whale yet.
Yeah.
The V-nickel.
Yeah.
For me, it's a flying eagle scent. I want to find a flying eagle so bad I could taste it.
That's funny. I found one in 2008. And I showed it off to everybody for months. I carried it around with me. I ended up losing it.
Oh.
So I was like, that was the only one I ever found in here last year. Or no, it was last year in October. I found another one. So I finally got another one.
And somebody's out there and found that first one you lost and be like, it came out so clean.
Yeah. It was sitting right on top.
And 2 days later, the guy near you or lives near you gets on YouTube. Look what I found. And they're going, oh, man, he's so lucky.
Oh, yeah. And
like, wait a minute, that's my coin.
Let's all try to remember, whether you're an experienced hunter or new at it, Moby, M-O-B-Y, my own backyard.
Yep.
They're so eager to get out and find new places and things and parks and detect the property you're on. Mm-hmm. Detecting your yard, along the edges of the driveway, around back by the planters. Detect your yard. You're going to find good stuff. It's a great place to practice, and when you get an area that you know is fully clear, then you can make your own test garden where you can plant silver dimes at different levels and silver quarters and coppers at different levels. And this way, when you make a change or you step up, get a different machine, okay, you've got a practice area to go to learn the sounds, to learn the numbers, because you already know what you're swinging over. So having a test garden is a very good idea if you've got the space for it. Hey, you guys, prospecting is here. Hey, Charlie, thanks for stopping in. We are getting close to wrapping up here. We got one more giveaway to do, and since you've made a comment, you are entered. And I had a nice test garden out front of my house, and then I got a dog, and I took her detecting with me once, and now she digs holes. And I can still find all of the things from my test garden, but they're not where I put them. They're where she's rearranged them, and they're at different depths.
So, Shane, when you're in a park and people don't realize that you're blind, has anybody walked up to you and you accidentally hit them in the shin with your detector?
No, but I've had people sneak up on me and say, I've been staying here for 5 minutes. Oh, I didn't notice you. I was so into metal detecting. Normally, when I run into people in the park, I don't even bother telling them.
Yeah.
Unless I do something silly and I have to tell them.
Yeah.
Yes, the most time people have no idea. I wear sunglasses all the time. Just to kind of protect my eyes. So when I run into bushes or trees or something, I don't get poked in the eye. But
catch a twig.
Yeah, but also, if somebody can't see my eyes, they're not going to know I'm not looking at them. Or
yeah.
So I also like wearing sunglasses for that reason, just so people can't see my eyes. And
yeah, and you don't need to go through that embarrassment of talking to somebody when a girl says, my eyes are up here, and you're like, I got no clue. Puka. It's like it's like that guy, I was showing it all off and he just kept staring right at me. He didn't even look at me. He's like, oops, sorry.
How rude. I waved and he didn't even wave back.
Yeah.
Oh, too funny. All right, I'm gonna switch back over to the giveaway tool. We are going to give away this last prize, the 1899 Barber Dime, here in its fancy little holdicator. And let's go ahead and see who our final silver winner of the day is. Good luck, everybody. Like I said, if you commented, you're in. Let's see who wins this one. Lots of great names here. Metal Detecting North Carolina. Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hopefully you're still here. I'm going to go ahead and write this down. Give me just a second.
And remember, Lisa, to email me after this live stream is over.
All right. My bird is hello. And see. And get in touch with me at parkratmetal parkratmetal at gmail.com. And
Anybody has forgot my email, it is outhouseotis, no spaces, at gmail.com.
So that is cool. Now we got to find out, is Metal Detecting North Carolina here? If not, that's okay. I'm sure I got somebody where I can get in touch with them and get their address, because I've already closed the commenting tool. Or do I still have it up? I still have it up, so let's give him a second to respond. If not, we will go ahead and pick another winner. That'll make it easier.
So far, I haven't seen it pop up.
All right, let me get my share screen rolling again. Okay, now we're back up and running here. So, okay, we're not seeing a response from them. Let me go ahead and pick us a new winner, and then we'll ease on out of here and get on with the rest of our days. Good luck, everybody. Again. What are the odds? All right, let's try this a third time. Yes, I know you're a dog. I'll be there in a minute. She likes to look. Outhouseotis. Oh, jeez. All right.
You can re-roll.
Yeah, I figured as much. And here we go. Good luck, everybody. Freezer Bound Outdoors. Awesome. Are you still here? Let's give them a second to respond.
Yep, he's still here.
Looking for that comment. Yeah, I'm seeing people say, yep, there he is. All right. Contact me at parkratmetal@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I will get that to you. Just be sure and reference who you are and what it's all about, and we'll mark you down here.
And Lisa, I haven't got your email yet. I'm gonna put it back in the chat so you can see it, how it's spelled.
Again, she wasn't going to email you till after the show because she's on her phone.
She commented and said she sent me an email and asked me if I got it, but I haven't got it.
All right. Yeah, put that back in there. Yes, I know. You can bark so good. What a wonderful girl. Okay, we're going to close that one down. All right, everybody. It has been an awesome show. We thank you all for being here and making it such a wonderful time. Thanks to our special guest, Shane, for stopping in and let us pick his brain and ask all those questions and curiosities. I'll be right there. Can you hear the dog? It's nuts. Okay. It's not easy being loved. All right, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
Out of here. We will see you next week. And don't forget, on Sunday morning, we've got the early show going on from 7:30 to 9. Join us there. We'll have more fun, more prizes, more good laughs. Thank you all so much for being here. We are out. And let's end this.